we have an announcement.
We bought a boat!
A sailboat. Not a powerboat, a sailboat. Steven and I got up early this morning, gassed up his truck, dropped our kids off with Shelby and Bailey, and headed off to Lake Ulaga. So wait, we're going to look at what?
A McGregor.
Well, which one is that? How do you know?
I'm not sure.
That's the McGregor, and this is a, and that's a Spirit. If I don't make a video, I won't know.
Same difference, I guess. They're both boats.
Not very big, is it?
Yeah, I know it looks a little small.
I was gonna tell you, I watched your YouTube videos.
Did you?
Yes.
Yeah. Good. We're trying to.
I love watching those. I don't know how I found you, but I did.
Yeah.
I was like, this is so cool.
Recently, there were storms on Lake Ulaga. It caused damage at Redbud Marina. So for the moment, we have to walk on the docks one at a time.
Yeah, whatever.
Yep. It definitely needs a good cleaning.
Little stove.
So Steven kept telling me to look under here, to look, and I wasn't sure what he wanted me to look at, but I just took his word for it that whatever it was wasn't good, and I thought I saw water in there. But what was it, Steven?
So there was a crack in the starboard aft side of the Jalcro, and you could see bright daylight coming through. So it was fairly substantial, and I think that's where all the water was coming through.
Yeah.
Those pumps are definitely dirt, but
You think it's just
doggers.
dirt dogs? Clearly, nobody's actually been staying or living on this boat for quite some time. So officially, Steven, this is my favorite. This might be my new official favorite. We looked at several boats. This is the boat that I wanted. I really, really, really wanted this boat. But Steven had reasons that he felt we shouldn't go with this boat, and I won't get into all that. You'll hear us talking about it later. But this boat, I almost could have just lived on this boat full time if we would have been able to get it. Okay, so we've been down there. We've had a walk around with somebody from Redbud Marina. We found two boats that we like. The first one is what, Steven?
One's a SoCal 227, and that one's going to need far less work. There's going to be, we might need to replace some of the ropes and things like that, but it was in far better condition than any of the others.
And the other one, oh wait, I like that boat. I love that it already has a bimini on it. It was very clean. You do have to walk through the head to get to one of the beds, and then the rest of the sleeping arrangements would literally be doubling kids up on these little couches or putting kids on the floor. And on that boat, if we brought Margaret and Shelby and Bailey and Addison with us, we would have to bring the camper. There just wouldn't be room. Okay?
Yeah.
The other boat is what?
Coronado 30. But it needs a lot of work.
It needs a lot of work. It has some major cracks in it. It has. Well, did your emergency brake on? Because I'm.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, it has a lot of cracks in it. It also has. It needs new ropes and rigging and stuff. But it has 1, 2, 3, 4 beds and a table that can be put down to make more beds. We could sleep a lot of people on I love the way it's set up. I love how much room is on it. The kids could get away from each other on that boat.
Yeah, but we're only going to be here for 2 days. And maybe 2 nights maximum. So a little bit of inconvenience isn't going to be that great. Is how much work do we want to spend on working something? I don't want to spend the next 2 years fixing something up when we could be sailing. I don't want to be out here at the weekends working on something.
Yes, I know.
I want to be out sailing, enjoying it with the kids.
I want the space.
I know you want the space, but we're not. We'll get the space when we...
But what if that boat that needs all that work, what if he came down to half of what he's asking for?
I still don't want to do the work.
I don't want to do the work either.
So the one that needs the work, he's come back with 3.5, which, okay.
Okay, so maybe this deal. If the guy with the nicer boat won't budge down to what we can pay cash in hand, if we can't get into cash in hand amounts, can we just pay for the other boat?
No, I really don't want to. I would rather put a deposit down and pay the extra, whatever that is.
And we could come back on Monday with some more money, but
I really don't want to be spending weekends out here working.
I know.
I don't mind changing running rigging and stuff like that, but I don't want to be doing where we're fixing.
And I'm gonna. Did we get any video of that?
Yes.
We'll put some video of the work.
Well, we
But it's not little work. It's more work than we put on our last boat. Yeah. Listen, I'm not dumb. I know that you're right. We need the boat with the least amount of work.
And the other thing is, it's got a few more instruments on it that we can use. We can get used to the speed depth. There's also some wind stuff. You know, I just think it would be better for us. I want to spend the time learning to sail the thing rather than doing what we've just done with the other boat. If we weren't going in 2 years, then fine. Yeah, I'd be all about fixing the other one up. I get what you're saying.
The
thing is, we're leaving in 2 years. We need a boat that we can resell, and we're not doing... All that boat needs is a little bit of paint and some new ropes.
There were soft spots, and there were a lot of issues with the other boat. There was a soft spot on the floor, there was a soft spot on the top of the boat. There was some major cracking that needed to be fixed.
I mean, I don't mind paying the slip fee and paying for a camper if we need to.
If we get the boat that costs more money, that needs less work, we will have to bring the camper.
That's fine.
Anytime that we bring anybody other than who lives in our current house. Because who lives in our current house can double up in the floor. I mean, air mattresses work great. Alright.
Yeah, alright, 55. Alright, thanks. Bye.
Hey, you should have asked her if we put the $4,000 down today and come back on Monday with the $1,500. Does that mean we get keys today to the boat?
Let's go up there.
Wait. Did y'all catch that? Did y'all see what happened literally right in front of the camera? We bought a boat. We bought a sailboat. We didn't film the signing because that's a lot of our personal information, but we bought a sailboat. So you guys just please excuse my voice. I don't know what's going on. I seem to be losing my voice. After all the excitement was over and done, we had signed the papers and handed over our money. We had lunch with our friends Lisa and Jim. Somehow I didn't manage to get any video with Lisa and Jim other than when we showed them how to walk across the broken docks. However, rest assured, they will be in future videos. We met them in our sailing, our very first sailing class, and they have very similar future goals to our future goals. And so I believe we will be seeing them at Redbud Marina a lot in the future, and they will probably be in lots of future videos. So unfortunately, I just didn't get video of us hanging out this time. While we were eating lunch, the former owner of the boat showed up. He came to collect some of his personal things off of the boat and to give us a whole bunch of stuff. He gave us a box of paint because the boat does need to be painted, but he had already purchased the paint. He had already started prepping the boat to paint it. He gave us a spare impeller, which is very important. He gave us a binder with a lot of maintenance information in it. He spent a ton of time just showing us different things that he felt would help us get started using the boat. Where stuff is located, how to winterize it, his checklist for before he goes on a sail, different information about when to adjust the sails and how to adjust them. He gave us just a ton of useful, important information, stuff that we could have figured out on our own, but thanks to Larry, we don't have to. We're starting off with tons of knowledge that he's sharing with us. While he was on the boat, he found a pipe that was cracked, and we offered to replace that. We said, you know, we've already made the deal, we've purchased the boat, you don't have to worry about it. He said, no, I didn't know that was broken, and I wouldn't have sold it with it broken. And so by the time you come back to finalize everything, because we have to come back on Wednesday. We worked things out with the lady that works at the marina to come back on Wednesday. So he said, look, before you get here on Wednesday, that will be replaced. Don't worry about it. So anyway, we're very grateful for a very honest and open and sharing previous owner. So thank you, Larry, very much. How you feeling?
Nervous.
I'm out of breath. Steven's out of breath. We're hot. We're sweaty. But it's a done deal. We are officially boat owners again. And this time we own a sailboat. We will be doing a separate video when we rename our boat and put the sticker on. We're not going to call it the Redneck Redcoats, and you'll understand why when we do name it. We're going in right now to see if we can get a camping spot for next weekend, because we are staying on our boat all of next weekend. Because guess what? We own a boat, a sailboat. We are sailboat owners. We own a sailboat.
Yep, pretty exciting.